Long before modern entertainment, freak shows were the dark core of the circus, beginning in 16th century England. People with rare physical conditions were displayed as curiosities, often feared as omens or bad luck. Showmen like P.T. Barnum turned fear into fortune, drawing massive crowds craving the bizarre. These performers shocked the world, pushed human limits, and reshaped circus history. Now, let's meet the first unbelievable performer who left audiences stunned. Ella Harper, the Camel Girl. Ella Harper, remembered as the Camel Girl, was born in 1870 with a rare orthopedic condition known as genu recurvatum. Her knees bent backward, making it easier for her to move on all fours than to walk upright. This unusual ability brought her into the spotlight at a young age. At just 9 years old, under the management of showman W.H. Harris, Ella entered the world of curiosity shows. By the 1880s, she had become a major attraction in circuses and freak shows, drawing crowds eager to witness the girl with camel knees. Posters and advertisements praised her as a marvel of nature, celebrating her distinctive movements and physical control. Despite her fame, Ella left the circus in 1886, choosing education and a quieter life. Records suggest she later married and lived away from public attention. James Morris, the Elastic Man. James Morris, widely known as the Elastic Man, amazed audiences with abilities that seemed to erase the limits of human anatomy. Often compared to Felix the Elastic Skin Man, Morris could twist and bend his limbs into impossible positions, moving as if his body contained no bones at all. His performances drew gasps and disbelief wherever he appeared. Morris traveled with major shows, including the Ringling Brothers Circus, where crowds gathered to witness his extraordinary contortion skills. Medical specialists later speculated that he may have had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a condition affecting connective tissue and joint flexibility. Whether science could explain it or not, Morris turned his rare physical abilities into a successful and unforgettable performance career. Alice Elizabeth Doherty. Alice Elizabeth Doherty, known as the Werewolf Girl, was born on March 14, 1887, in Minneapolis, Minnesota. She had an extremely rare genetic condition called hypertrichosis lanuginosa, which caused her body to be covered in soft hair known as lanugo. From an early age, her appearance drew widespread attention, leading her parents to feature her in curiosity shows. Despite public exposure, Alice lived a relatively stable life, surrounded by family care and affection. She became a popular circus attraction and was widely advertised as the Werewolf Girl. Alice is remembered for her dignity, turning difference into survival and support for her family. Annie Jones, the Bearded Lady. Annie Jones was born in Virginia in 1865 and began showing signs of hypertrichosis at an early age. By the time she was 5 years old, a beard had started to grow, setting her apart from other children. She soon caught the attention of P.T. Barnum, one of the most influential showmen of the era, who featured her at Barnum's American Museum in New York City. Annie quickly became one of the museum's most popular attractions. Audiences were drawn not only to her beard, but also to her confident presence and engaging personality. Johnny Eck. Johnny Eck, famously known as the Half Man, was born in 1911 in Baltimore, Maryland, without the lower half of his torso. Rather than allowing his condition to define him, Johnny built an extraordinary life filled with creativity and performance. He became a celebrated actor, acrobat, and horror artist, admired for his strength and charismatic presence. Johnny was also a painter, musician, and filmmaker. His fame expanded after appearing in the 1932 film Freaks, where he demonstrated skill, intelligence, and humor. He challenged society's idea of normality and inspired countless people. Johnny Eck is remembered as an iconic figure whose talent and resilience far outweighed physical limitation. Martin Lorello. Martin Lorello, known to audiences as the Owlman, possessed an ability that stunned everyone who saw it. He could rotate his head a full 180 degrees, allowing him to look directly behind himself without moving his body. This unsettling skill was not a trick but the result of years of training, and a rare physical condition that allowed him to dislocate vertebrae safely. Laurello became a sensation in circuses and variety shows, often commanding complete silence from amazed crowds. Born in Germany, he later immigrated to the United States, where his performances continued to fascinate. He is remembered as a symbol of determination and human curiosity. Myrtle Corbin. Myrtle Corbin, remembered as the four-legged girl from Texas, was born in 1868 and entered the sideshow world at just 13 years old. She was born with dipygus, a rare condition that gave her an extra set of smaller legs from an undeveloped parasitic twin. This extraordinary feature immediately captured public attention and defined her career. Though born in Tennessee, Myrtle spent much of her life performing in Texas, where she became widely known. She toured circuses and curiosity shows across the country and achieved significant success. Myrtle Corbin lived to the age of 59, a long life for her era. Chang and Eng Bunker. Chang and Eng Bunker were the first and most famous conjoined twins in history. Born on May 11, 1811, in Siam, now known as Thailand, they were joined at the sternum and shared fused livers, a condition that astonished doctors and audiences alike wherever they appeared. In 1829, the brothers moved to the United States and quickly gained fame through circus and fair performances. Their acts showcased their condition while demonstrating their ability to live ordinary lives. Audiences watched them walk, run, and complete daily tasks together in perfect coordination and balance. Despite never being separated, they married, raised families, and had 21 children between them. Chang and Eng became household names and accumulated great wealth while touring America. Before we jump to the next story, hit like and subscribe for more unbelievable bizarre history they tried to erase. Pascal Piñón. Pascal Piñón, better known as the Two-Headed Mexican, was a Mexican railroad worker whose life changed after being noticed by a curiosity show promoter. A large cyst or tumor on his head became the foundation of his act. To intensify public fascination, promoters added a facial prosthesis resembling a second head, complete with painted eyes, nose, and mouth. Though the exhibitions were exploitative, Piñón used his earnings to support his family. He traveled across North America, drawing enormous crowds wherever he appeared. Pascal Piñón is remembered as a tragic yet compelling figure of circus history whose story reflects exploitation, survival, spectacle, hardship, endurance, fame, curiosity, and humanity. Pauline Musters. Pauline Musters, remembered as the world's smallest woman, was born in the Netherlands in 1876. During her brief life, which ended in 1895, she reached a height of only 58 centimeters, a fact that quickly brought her worldwide fame and lasting recognition across continents. Her remarkably small stature turned her into a celebrated star of curiosity shows, allowing her to travel internationally and perform before captivated audiences wherever she appeared. Pauline was admired not only for her gentle charm, warmth, and lively personality. On stage, she appeared in variety performances that delighted crowds and left powerful impressions long after the shows ended. Pauline Musters remains one of the most iconic figures of curiosity shows, a woman who transformed her stature into an extraordinary career. Sadly, her life ended at just 19 years old after suffering from pneumonia and meningitis. Grady Stiles, the Lobster Boy. Grady Stiles, famously known as the Lobster Boy, was born in 1937 with ectrodactyly, a condition that caused his hands and feet to resemble lobster claws. Following his father's path, he entered circus life at a young age and became a skilled performer, using his clawed limbs to manipulate objects in unusual ways. While successful on stage, his private life was troubled by alcohol abuse and violence. In 1978, he was convicted of murdering his daughter's fiancé and received a light sentence due to his disability. Years later, after prolonged abuse, his wife and son arranged his murder. Grady Stiles' story remains one of the darkest chapters in sideshow history, revealing a tragic life behind the spectacle. Prince Randian. Prince Randian, widely known as the Human Serpent, was born in British Guiana in 1871 and faced immense challenges from the very beginning of his life. He entered the world without arms or legs, yet this limitation never defined his future or spirit. Using only his torso and head, Randian developed astonishing abilities, moving with agility and strength that amazed audiences everywhere he performed. He could roll cigarettes, light them, and even shave using only his mouth with remarkable precision. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, he became a major attraction in freak shows across multiple countries. Joining the Barnum Circus, he mesmerized crowds by sliding across the stage like a living serpent. Prince Randian was more than a performer. He stood as a powerful symbol of courage and resilience. Edward Mordache, the man with two faces. Edward Mordache, said to have been born into a wealthy English family in the 19th century, remains one of the most disturbing figures ever associated with freak show lore. According to legend, he possessed a second face on the back of his head, a face that could not speak aloud but allegedly whispered cruel and unsettling thoughts to him at night. Tormented by this condition, Edward sought help from doctors and spiritualists alike, but no cure was ever found. Over time, despair consumed him, and he reportedly took his own life at a young age. While his story continues to haunt popular imagination, historians widely regard Edward Mordache as an urban legend, lacking verified medical or historical evidence. Lavery Valley. Charmian the Strong Woman. Lavery Valley, better known by her stage name Charmian, was born in 1875 and rose to fame as a trapeze artist and vaudeville performer. She became renowned for her daring acts, combining acrobatics with remarkable physical strength. One of her most talked about performances involved disrobing while executing trapeze routines, a shocking and sensational act for the era. Charmian performed in major theaters and circuses, earning widespread recognition. Beyond spectacle, she challenged traditional gender expectations by proving that strength and athleticism were not limited to men. Her performances inspired many women and secured her legacy as a pioneer who broke barriers in the entertainment world. General Tom Thumb, the Little Big Talent. General Tom Thumb, born Charles Stratton in 1838, stood just 63 centimeters tall, and would become one of the greatest entertainers of the 19th century. Discovered by P.T. Barnum at only 4 years old, he was soon transformed into the star attraction of Barnum's American Museum in New York City. Tom Thumb was far more than a novelty. He was a complete performer. He sang, danced, acted, and impersonated famous historical figures with remarkable confidence. His talent carried him across Europe, where he performed before royalty, including Queen Victoria herself. His fame exploded, with his image appearing on merchandise ranging from trading cards to teacups. Tom Thumb proved that talent and charisma have nothing to do with size. Isaac W. Sprague, the Human Skeleton. Isaac W. Sprague, famously known as the Human Skeleton, was born in 1841 in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts. At the age of 12, his body began to change in alarming ways. Despite eating normally, he lost weight rapidly and continuously, becoming impossibly thin. No matter what he tried, he could not regain weight, and his frail, skeletal appearance soon defined his life. In 1865, Isaac joined P.T. Barnum's Circus, where his unusual look instantly captured public attention. On stage, he emphasized his extreme thinness by wearing form-fitting clothing that highlighted his bones. Beyond spectacle, Isaac often spoke directly to audiences, explaining how his mysterious condition shaped his daily struggles. He later worked with several other circuses and sideshows, remaining a popular attraction throughout his career. Although doctors never reached a clear diagnosis, theories suggested severe muscular atrophy or a rare metabolic disorder. Felix the Elastic Man. Felix, famously known as the Elastic Man, was born in Wisconsin in 1858 and soon discovered his extraordinary physical abilities at an early age. His skin stretched like chewing gum, and his limbs bent backward with ease, appearing to defy the laws of human anatomy entirely. Felix amazed audiences in museums and major circus performances, including the famous Ringling Brothers Circus. Specialists later speculated that he may have had Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, a condition causing extreme skin elasticity and unusually loose joints. Felix used his rare condition to entertain and educate the public, leaving behind a lasting legacy as one of the most fascinating figures in curiosity show history. Schlitzie, the star of Freaks. Schlitzie, born in 1901, became one of the most recognizable sideshow performers of all time. He lived with a condition called microcephaly, which resulted in a small head and lifelong intellectual challenges. Yet none of this prevented him from embracing life with joy. Schlitzie possessed a natural talent for performance, and quickly found his place in the world of sideshows. His contagious laugh, playful expressions, and carefree spirit drew people in instantly. Whether he was singing, dancing, or joking with the crowd, audiences were completely captivated by his warmth and charm. Cuckoo the Bird Girl. Cuckoo, born in Georgia in 1880, lived with a rare condition known as Seckle syndrome, often referred to as bird-headed dwarfism. This condition gave her a small head, a beak-like nose, and a recessed jaw, features that set her apart wherever she appeared. Despite these challenges, Cuckoo became a celebrated performer, winning audiences over with her cheerful voice and magnetic personality. She often wore bird-inspired costumes adorned with feathers and a plume-topped tiara, reinforcing her unforgettable nickname. Her performances included eccentric dances that mimicked bird-like movements, flapping her arms like wings. Cuckoo also appeared in the 1932 film Freaks, securing her place in sideshow history. Lionel, the lion-faced man. Lionel was born in Poland in 1890 with hypertrichosis, a condition that caused thick hair to cover his face and body, resembling a lion's mane. At just 4 years old, he was sold to a German circus owner who recognized the appeal of his appearance. Lionel soon became one of the most admired attractions in curiosity shows. Despite his fierce look, he was known for his gentle nature, intelligence, and charm. He performed acrobatics, feats of strength, and shared his personal story with audiences. Appearing with major circuses such as Barnum and Bailey, Lionel traveled across Europe and America, gained international fame, spoke several languages, and redefined public ideas of beauty and humanity. Mirandajo. Mirandajo, known as the Invulnerable Man, was born in the Netherlands in 1912 and rose to fame by astonishing doctors and audiences alike. He appeared to pierce his body with swords, needles, and metal objects without showing pain, bleeding, or injury. During the 1940s, his performances drew international attention and intense skepticism. To investigate his claims, the medical community subjected Dajo to X-rays and examinations while objects passed through his body. The results shocked experts, confirming there were no visible tricks or illusions involved. Mysterious and deeply enigmatic, Mirandajo defied accepted limits of the human body and remains remembered as a figure who blurred the line between science, belief, and the impossible. Frank Lentini, the three-legged man. Francesco Frank Lentini was born in 1889 in Syracuse, Sicily, with a third leg resulting from a congenital condition. Rather than hiding his difference, Frank embraced it and turned it into a powerful stage presence. On stage, he amazed audiences by jumping rope and kicking soccer balls with all three legs. Beyond entertainment, Frank shared his life story openly, showing how acceptance, confidence, and humor helped him build success and dignity in the circus world. Daisy and Violet Hilton, the human marvels. Daisy and Violet Hilton were conjoined twin sisters born on February 5, 1908, in Brighton, England. Joined at the hip and buttocks, they shared a circulatory system while maintaining separate organs and personalities. From infancy, their lives were marked by public display and private hardship. Adopted by Mary Hilton, the twins were exhibited in fairs and circuses, generating income that they never controlled. After Mary's death, her daughter Edith and Edith's husband continued exploiting them financially. Despite this, Daisy and Violet were trained in singing, dancing, and music, becoming skilled vaudeville performers admired for their talent. In 1931, they bravely sued their guardians, exposing years of abuse and finally winning their independence. Freed at last, the sisters managed their own careers, appeared in films such as Freaks and Chained for Life, and continued performing on their own terms. Fannie Mills, the big-footed woman. Fannie Mills was born in Ohio during the 1850s and lived with Milroy disease, a rare form of congenital lymphedema. The condition caused extreme swelling in her legs and feet, which grew to extraordinary proportions, measuring nearly 50 centimeters long and 20 centimeters wide. Marketed as the big-footed woman, Fanny became a source of fascination and curiosity. She entered the world of circuses and museums, where her condition drew large audiences. As demand for her appearances increased, Fanny was able to earn a substantial income, allowing her to support herself and her family. She passed away in 1899, at the age of 39, with her illness likely contributing to lifelong health challenges. George and Willie Muse, the Martian ambassadors. George and Willie Muse were brothers born in Virginia at the end of the 19th century, one black and one albino, giving them a striking and rare appearance. In 1899, they were taken from their mother, Harriet Muse, under circumstances that would now be recognized as coercive and exploitative. Promoted in freak shows as Eco and Eco, the Martian ambassadors, their true identities and heritage were erased in favor of invented personas. Despite years of hardship, George and Willie became popular performers, admired for their musical talent and resilience. Eventually, their mother located them and fought a legal battle to regain their freedom, bringing an end to their forced exploitation. Hunter, the Pony Boy. Hunter, known as the Pony Boy, was born in 1895 in Missouri with congenital genu recurvatum, a backward leg deformity that prevented him from standing upright or using crutches. Instead, he moved skillfully on all fours. His public career began after the Civil War when he displayed his unusual mobility at a small Texas amusement park. The attention he received launched him into national fame, leading to years of touring with the Tom Mix Circus across North America. Hunter spent an incredible 36 years performing, astonishing audiences with his strength and endurance. After retiring, he remained active, restoring cars and raising rabbits. He is remembered as a man who transformed physical difference into a full and remarkable life. These forgotten performers weren't just spectacles. They were real people who challenged limits, changed history, and forced the world to look closer. If these untold stories surprised you, leave a comment with the one that shocked you most, and subscribe for more rare history they never taught us.